from Newton Falls. It is senior Cameron Huff. Cameron, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So let's talk about this. Your senior year, buddy. What's it been like to kind of deal with all the kind of emotions and the stress that comes along with it being your last year as a Newton Falls Tiger?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. It's kind of bittersweet. I was a ball boy for forever. Just one day hoping that I would be a varsity basketball player for the Newton Falls Tigers, and now that it's here, I've definitely cherished the last 2 years. Looking forward to a great senior year. Hopefully, to finish the year strong, chase the league title, chase a district title, and maybe more.
When you reflect on that time of watching these guys as a ball boy and dreaming of being a varsity player, what kind of things stick out to you? The things that made you kind of fall in love with the sport at that age and make you want to be where you are now?
Yeah, just how much like our program is a family. It starts with the community supporting us, coming out to all of our games. It helps when you have Coach Simback, who's been there for 30, 35 years, whatever. You got old players coming back to games and practices and whatnot, and it's just super cool.
Yeah, let's talk about Coach Simbach because, man, like you said, he's been a absolute legend in Newton Falls for a long time. What's it like to be coached by him under the last 4 years of your career?
Yeah, it's you grow up going to coaches camp since you're in first grade or whatever, and like I said, you hope one day that you are a varsity player and get to play for him. And it's not what it seems. He's hard on you, but he loves every single one of us and just wants us to succeed, and that's awesome.
We get to talk to him quite a bit at YSN Coaches Corners every year, but we only get to see him on the sidelines of games. What are some things about Coach Simbach that maybe we don't know about him in practice or him off the court that you think people should know if you pull back the curtain a little bit?
Yeah, he's a straight shooter. Doesn't matter who you are. Like me, I would say I'm a program kid, been around for a while. My dad's heavily involved in the program. Doesn't matter. Treats everybody the same. No matter the background or whatnot, he just expects the best out of you and the most effort, and that's how it should be.
Talk about the standard, like the standard that he sets for this program, and how much it has just kind of um, kept up over the last 30 years. What is the standard? What do you think is the Newton Falls way defined by Coach Simbach?
Definitely getting better each day. That's what he preaches. We've had, I think, 23 or 22 straight winning seasons or something crazy like that. So that's one. Winning a league, I think, came second or won the league like 3 out of the last 5 years. We haven't won a district in like 8 years. We definitely want to get that. Just winning. That's what he expects, and that's what we expect is to win.
Yeah, you said it. Newton Falls just knows how to win. What are some things you think in the culture, in the locker room, in the just way that you go about things that leads to the winning that we see in Newton Falls every year?
Yeah, it starts in the summer. We go to a team camp in Marietta. That kind of brings the team together, a little bonding. This year, we actually got to go to the Hoosier Gym, which was sweet. Playing in there, staying in a hotel room with guys, that just kind of builds the team chemistry. And once you're all together, the practices, playing together, sweating together, that's what it's about.
Let's talk about your year. I mean, you're putting up the numbers. You're one of the statistical leaders of this team. What's it been like for you to find so much success your senior year? Like we said, the last year that you're going to be able to wear that uniform. What's been working so well so far?
Yeah, I mean, last game I didn't, but I've been shooting the ball pretty well, I'd say. I had a couple games where I had like 5 or 6 threes. That's not me. That's my teammates. That's the offense we run. My teammates getting me open shots, me helping my teammates get open shots. I'm not really trying to score, but when it's there, I'll take the shot and hopefully I'll make it.
What I like when I look at the stats for this team is that there's not the one player that's averaging 20 points per game and then a bunch of players that are averaging maybe 5. You have 3 or 4 guys that are averaging above 7 points per. What's it like to be a part of an offense that is so balanced and you really trust your teammates to go out there and maybe they can pick you up if you're not having your best shooting day and maybe someone else can step up and it could be anybody any given night to get you guys to win?
Right. Like our last game against Lakeview, I didn't shoot the ball worth anything at all, but Landon McGregor definitely stepped up. I think he had 20 or 19 against them. There's been games where someone else hasn't really been playing well with me or like a Philip Davis or a Carson Howard's been able to step up and kind of carry the load. And knowing that they got your back when you're not having the best nights. It's nice.
So we talked about earlier about you growing up in this program. What's it mean to you to just represent this school system that you've been a part of for so long, and to be able to put on that Newton Falls jersey, wear those colors, and represent the community every night?
Yeah, so like I said, being a ball boy, you kind of look up to those guys, and like those varsity basketball players, they're like they're kings of the town, right? So now that I'm up here, I kind of just want to be that example for those younger guys that are watching. Like we had a game last week where our third grade team got to come out and watch, and it was just really cool seeing them because I knew I was in their shoes once.
I want to talk about being a senior leader. Every year, every year seniors are asked to have a little bit more, a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more leadership. What kind of things have you been doing to kind of grow as a leader over your career? And what do you think it's mean to you now that you're a senior, that you're able to put yourself in situations where you're able to bring up the, younger kids, bring up the third graders, and show them what it means to be a Newton Falls Tiger?
Yeah, so working coaches camp the last 4 years definitely is a part of it. Showing like those younger kids what it is to play for Coach Simback and how it is to play Tiger basketball. And then just at practice, trying to keep the energy up all the time. Like we had a stretch where we lost, I think, 3 in a row. Just trying to stay positive, keep the energy up, and knowing that good times are coming. That's basically, yeah.
Good times are coming. And I know you guys are so hungry to get that district championship that has eluded you so far. But what are some things that you think have made the difference this year? What are some things that make you optimistic that this can be a year where you can actually go out and have success in the district tournament?
Right. So it starts with now there being 7 divisions, and we kind of luck out being in Division 6. There's not really like a powerhouse like a Lutheran East or like a Cornerstone Christian or anybody like that. So it's pretty much wide open. Like we played Lake Center Christian early in the year, lost a close one in overtime. I don't think we played our best game. And right now they're one of the top teams in the region, in entire Northeast Ohio for Division 6. So that definitely makes us feel pretty good about where we're at. But we can't get complacent. Got to keep getting better and keep working hard. And if we want it, we can go get it.
We're talking about you being a senior leader of this team and the things that make you optimistic, but you're not the only senior, obviously. You have a big senior class this year. You've been playing with these guys for a long time. What's it like to share this last year with your fellow seniors and almost form this brotherhood with them that will last even longer than this year and after you graduate?
Right. Yeah, we've been playing together since 3rd, 4th grade. A lot of us, even like me and Landon McGregor, have played varsity together since like sophomore year. But it's just really nice. Like this is the first year in a while that we're all back together playing varsity, and it's really special.
When you think about, the leadership of the senior class as a whole, everyone bringing their different types of leadership together to form one great unit, what kind of leader would you describe yourself as? Like, what do you bring to the table as far as leadership goes?
Yeah, so it definitely helps. My dad's been a coach at Newton Falls for a while, so I think I bring a type of smartness and IQ to the game and to the team. There's other guys, though, that bring like strength and energy and want to keep the enthusiasm up, which is always good. But I would definitely say like my IQ and just general knowledge of the game. Try to help out everybody as much as I can.
Which teammate best describes the emotional leader of the team, the one that always gets you guys fired up and ready to go?
I would say there's 2. I would say Ethan Powell and Dylan Champion definitely know how to get us going at practice and at games.
And then who are the guys that kind of lead by example? They're always going to be doing things the right way, the right things in the right time, and everyone can look to them to know how to do what you guys got to do. Who are the guys that lead by example?
That I would say Landon McGregor. I would say he's our best player. He's played varsity since his freshman year, so he's got a lot of experience under his belt. Just an overall solid player for us. Doesn't hurt us at all. Doesn't do anything bad. Does everything the right way, which is exactly what you're looking for.
Let's talk about senior year in the classroom. We've talked to a lot of seniors over the years, and a lot of them have kind of put themselves in the position where they can take their foot a little bit off the gas pedal their senior year. They put the work in the classroom the first 3 years, done all the hard classes. Are you in that boat, or do you still have some hard classes to take care of this year?
Yeah, so most of my high school classes are actually done. I just take a couple like college classes, some online college classes. It's nice as I get to leave school a little earlier. I wouldn't say my schedule is the hardest, but I wouldn't say it's the easiest either.
So that being said, where I'm sure it's a little bit less stressful than maybe your sophomore or junior year, which Statistically, usually the hardest years of high school in the
Right.
classroom. What's it been like to be able to focus a little bit more on basketball and not have to juggle so much stress with the classroom and the schoolwork?
Yeah, it's definitely nice. Sophomore, junior year, staying at school all day, taking all these hard classes, and then immediately going to practice. It's nice to get out a little early, let your body and your mind relax a little bit before you go to practice, or even be able to get some extra work in before is definitely nice.
What's the future look like for you? What are some plans that you have after you graduate that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, so I'm attending Point Park University in downtown Pittsburgh, Division II school. I'm actually going there to play golf and to study education.
What made Point Park the landing spot when you're doing your recruiting and you're looking at these golf programs? There's a lot of good ones. What made Point Park the place where you wanted to be?
Yeah, so I have some familiarity with there. I have a cousin who's actually on the softball team in the education program. Talked to some people in the education program; they loved it. I think it's a great fit in downtown Pittsburgh. From Newton Falls, you don't really get like that city life, and when I went there, I really enjoyed it. And also, Caden Kohler from Bristol is actually going there too. We're going to room together, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That's a good local connection. That makes the decision a little bit easier. You're a triple sport athlete at Newton Falls. What's that like to kind of transition between golf to basketball, then to baseball in the spring?
Uh, yeah, it's pretty cool. Being able to play three sports and stay on top of academics, like the way I'm able to, and some other kids here are able to. Definitely things in all three sports I wanted to accomplish. Like this year, made it out of sectionals in golf, advanced to the district. That's what I wanted to accomplish. I accomplished that. This year in basketball, want to win a league, want to win a district. Hopefully, accomplish that. And then for baseball, our school's never won a district, and that's something since our freshman year, us like the senior class and Coach Rankin have talked about since our freshman year, was that in these 4 years we want to accomplish winning the first district championship in school history.
Was it hard to pick golf as the sport you were going to play at the next level, or was golf always the one that you kind of had a little bit higher than the rest that you worked, to be at the next level?
Yeah, it was between golf and baseball. I had some looks at some baseball scholarships from a couple junior colleges, some Division III. I really didn't want to do the JUCO or the Division III thing. The Division III thing, especially because they can't give any athletic money. So kind of focused on golf more the last year. Was able to get good enough to where I can get some Division II schools to look at me and give me some athletic money, which is definitely going to help.
What excites you the most about just being a college athlete? Being able to call yourself, good enough at any sport, whether, obviously for you it's going to be golf, but being able to accomplish that dream where you're saying you're good enough at a sport where a college coach handpicks you to be on their team.
Yeah, it's cool. It's something you kind of dream of when you're a kid, right? To play a sport in college. I know for me it was basketball, right? You want to go play basketball. Like my favorite team is North Carolina. Obviously, that didn't work out. But no, it's definitely cool to be able to say that I'm going to college to play a sport.
When you think about, when you graduate and you're going to reflect on your career at Newton Falls and all the things you've been able to do, whether it be in the classroom or on the court or on the golf course or maybe on the baseball field, what are some things that you're going to be the most proud of yourself for accomplishing, that you're going to be really kind of just fond of memories that you've made and pride in yourself for being able to do?
Yeah, so I would say with our basketball program, like I said before, I was a ball boy who was always at all the games. I looked up to those guys a lot, right? Those high schoolers that were on the team. Now that I'm in that position, I really take pride into showing those kids respect and showing them what it's like to be a Tiger. And I really feel like a lot of those kids do look up to me, which is something I'm really proud of.
Yeah, you get to be looked up to. Let's talk about the guys that you looked up to when you were little. I mean, you talked about being a ball boy and watching those guys. Who were the people that taught you how to be a role model when you were younger?
Yeah, so definitely Tyler and Dale Kernan were a part of some teams when I was younger. Cody Dillon, definitely a big one. He ended up going on to play at Mount Union, was a 4-year starter there, holds some records, I think. Jaden Walton, Noah Suarez, Joey Urso, guys like that definitely showed me the right way and showed me how to be a Tiger.
Who are some of your role models off the court, outside of the sport of basketball, that just everyday life show you what it means to be someone that's worthy of being looked up to?
Yeah, so I would definitely say he's one of my teachers, and the JV basketball coach, my baseball coach, the athletic director, Chad Rankin for sure is a big impact on me. Brian Bogus, my government teacher and my history teacher over high school, definitely another one who's had a major impact on me, and so many others too have definitely had a big impact on me.
In the same theme of guys and girls in your life that have kind of made an impact on your journey, we want to end this player profile the same way we do every time. We want to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves and kind of shine on the people in their life that have gotten them to where they are. So I want to give you the time to give out thank yous and shout outs to the people that you don't think that you'd be where you are without.
Yeah, definitely my parents for sure have always supported me no matter what I did. I really appreciate that. Like I said, Coach Rankin, Coach Simback, really all my coaches. And I would definitely say my brother for sure has been a big impact on my life and has supported me through everything.
Cameron, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and talk to us about this basketball program, your whole career at Newton Falls. Man, we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. We hope that you guys go and get everything that you're striving for, and we will talk to you again real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Bucks.